Hey guys, good morning. It's Kyle Holleran, General Manager of the KW Alliance Group. I'm really excited today to be joined by Kim Ramos, a solo agent from KW Chantilly. How you doing, Kim?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Awesome.
Hey, so listen, I just wanted to have a little conversation with Kim today, hoping you guys can learn something from it. And we're in a shifty market here, so I want to make sure we have as many perspectives as we can. We have so many amazing agents like Kim here in our network, and want to make sure you could learn and meet her. Okay, so Kim, welcome. Tell me about how you got started in real estate.
I got started in real estate after I purchased my first home, and we needed to sell our house to purchase the next one.
Yep.
And I figured, you know what, I'm going to sell my own home, and if I like it, I'll keep going.
Right.
And I kept going.
Now, what year was that?
That was back in 2005. I got my real estate license and sold my first house in 2006.
Awesome. Very good. Now, you've lived through a couple different market shifts before. Obviously, you've been in the business from 2005. One thing I'm really concerned about is a lot of the agent base, not only with Keller Williams, but in NAR, has never been through a market shift, right? So tell me about the market this year. How is your business looking moving into this shifting market that we're kind of in right now?
I don't call it a shifting market. I like to call it a normal market.
I love it. Good.
But honestly, I'm seeing signs of, patterns from last year at this time. I feel like the spring is starting early this year. The weather's getting warmer. Buyers are out there. They're feeling more comfortable with today's interest rates. Yep. So I'm actually seeing multiple offers already starting because we have no inventory.
Right.
So I think the normal market's actually starting to become a little bit crazy like it was at the beginning of 2022.
Yeah, I've been telling people this is a skills market, right? The last few years, because of low interest rates, because of super low inventory, appreciation in some of our counties up here of 16, 18%, that brought deals to the table. People were calling you because of those opportunities, and now people need to be hyper focused on certain activities, right? Lead generation to make sure their pipeline is full. Correct. What are some of those activities that you focus on?
Networking, just getting my name out there. Don't be a secret agent. Always following up with your database, reaching out to past clients. Ask for those referrals.
Right.
If you did a great job for them in the past, they should be referring business to you. Absolutely. And keeping that pipeline going so that it doesn't dry up.
Nice. Now, listings, are you heavy listings, new construction, buyers? What does your business look like?
I usually more on the heavy on the listing side, but I also have buyers. It tends to be seasonal because I live in a planned community where a lot of people want to sell their home in the spring market and in the summer, and then it kind of slows down again in this, after school starts.
Sure, yeah.
And then I feel like then my buyer pool picks up, but then I have a lot of people that are move-up buyers and move-down buyers that are also selling and buying at the same time. So It's kind of all over the place depending on what my clients' needs are.
Gotcha. I think this year we're going to see more of a normal seasonality curve, right? You mentioned it there just a second ago. If our weather stays the way it is, I think next week from when we're filming this interview is supposed to be like 50 degrees. I think we're ready to go. And as a compliance broker, I see listing agreements that are coming in, buyer agency agreements that are coming in, and I really think we're in that moment right now where in the next week or so, it's liftoff time, right?
And I've got people thinking about selling, already calling to plan their, I'm coming over, giving them some advice on what they need to do now so that they're ready to list in the early spring to kind of beat out the competition.
I think that's one thing, knowing your business, that you do really well is filling your pipeline, right? Consistently having conversations. What's coming March, April, May, and you're always looking to add more to that and not being just super focused on the next couple weeks. And that hopefully gives you, some comfortability as you look at your business model that this year is going to be a great year for you.
Yes, for sure.
Awesome. Well, good. So tell me about, you have been with KW for how long?
I've been with Keller Williams since 2005 when it was Keller who?
Yep, exactly. Yep. I don't know. There's probably 12,000 agents at that time. That was we were small in 2005.
Yes, and we kind of incubated out of another office, and me and another agent were the broker's first two agents in that office. So I feel like I was lucky to get started from the ground up in that office and kind of learn everything from the bottom up, which I feel like everybody should do.
Right.
Learn every aspect of the business.
So there's been 16 years is a long time. A lot of different brokerages have come in, lots of different models, lots of different financial models. Why have you decided KW is the place to be and haven't decided on anywhere else?
And I'll tell you, I don't like change. Like, I get nervous when, they want to change offices, they want to
Yep.
change technology, and I'm
Yep.
like, oh no. But then I embrace it, and luckily we have you to teach those classes and make us agents that don't embrace change,
Right.
figure it out.
Yep.
But I've stayed with Keller Williams. Definitely, like any job, the training. You're only as good as you are with the training that your employer provides you.
Yep.
The culture, it's so much of a sharing. When I first started real estate, I was nervous about being like a little minnow in a shark tank.
Sure.
And luckily, I landed with Keller Williams right off the bat and never felt like that. It was always almost like a little school of fish that we're all learning together. We're all helping each other achieve our goals.
Right.
People have mentored me. I've mentored other agents. And it's just something satisfying seeing other people achieve the level of success that you had when you were first starting out, because it's a hard business.
Yeah.
It's sales, so
It is, and it takes, I always say, it takes a few transactions to really feel comfortable about what you're doing. And I think KW has an environment, and we've created an environment where people can come, learn, feel comfortable, right, and have big dreams. And I think that's what's the fun part about this industry is you can have big dreams.
Yeah,
right?
sky's the limit at KW.
I think back to, did you imagine that your life or your business would look like what it did when you started 16 years ago? Did you have that vision then, or is that something that you've...
Honestly, I think at the time
created?
I was like, I just need to sell like 3 houses to, make this amount of money. And
Right.
then each year it just kind of grew and grew and grew.
Yep.
And then I had to figure out how I could grow with it. So I added like a transaction coordinator. I started, I needed help
Sure.
because as you grow, you're only one person. You can only be, one place at one time and do so many things in 24 hours.
Yep.
But it's just amazing the growth potential that that you have with Keller Williams.
Nice. What are some things you're looking forward to in the next couple of years in your business?
I just love working with buyers, and I love the challenge of listings. Even in a down market, like it just becomes more challenging, which
Yep.
I like. I like taking a house and kind of packaging it up and, making it pretty and presenting it. And,
Yep. So that's definitely one of your best skills, right? When you take a
I
listing...
do. I love staging.
Yep.
I'm lucky to work with a lot of referrals, and my sellers listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell them, okay, we need to move this, we need to change that, they listen to me. And it's all to make them more money. It's not, me being picky. It's to make them more money. And sometimes I have to have my stagers deliver the bad news.
Right. Yep.
But
I always say sometimes it's, the why do behind the how to, right? And I think what you obviously do a very good job of is making sure your clients understand, presenting properties in the right way, pictures, right?
Oh, I'm very particular about the pictures.
I know you are.
My photographer knows, like, don't go ahead of me. I need to make sure the hem on the bed is straight,
Yep.
the curtains just so.
Yep.
It's all about the pictures, and I try to, tell my sellers that's the first, touch that buyers have online, and if
Right.
they don't like the first 8 pictures, they're going to click on to the next
Go to
listing.
the next one.
Yep.
Well, I was looking at some of your numbers this morning. Your list to sales price ratio is very high, and what that tells me is when you present well, you're pricing properly, and then also putting the best product on the market that we potentially can. So buyers see value, go in there and make multiple offers.
It's
right
all
away.
about educating your clients, and when you educate them and bring the data, it's hard to dispute the data.
Yep.
Like, this is what your house is worth.
Yep.
This is how we have to sell it to the appraiser. Same way.
Right.
This is what we need to list it at.
Yep.
So
what excites you most about working with buyers and sellers?
buyers, I love the satisfaction that they get, especially first-time home buyers. They're so appreciative. I remember buying my first home, and you just feel like, I don't know, you're established.
Yep,
You
absolutely.
can paint the walls, you can do whatever you want. Listings, again, like I said, I love the challenge. It's more of a challenge for me as, getting from signing that listing agreement to going to the closing table.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. Tell me about why KW Alliance Group. So we talked about KW. Obviously, we're a network of 6 Keller Williams offices here in Virginia. We actually have 2 business centers now, one in Winchester and one down in the Northern Neck. So we're expanding. Why the Alliance Group? What's the benefit of that for you?
I think that we have such a great opportunity to just network with each other, like resources like this. Like, we don't have this amazing room in our Keller Williams office, so we can come over here, do these podcasts, and just, the level of training. We have like 5 different offices that can provide different training sessions and even, online training that we wouldn't get if we just were just only our office.
Right. Yep. I always think there's just so many conversations that are happening inside a market center, and when you can duplicate that 5, 6, 7 times, you hear lots of different ideas.
Exactly.
And I think in markets like this, each agent has their niche, right? There's certain things that you're just naturally good at. And so I appreciate that, because I think that's one of the things we work really hard to do is just bring as much to the table, tools, and then people can choose, right? What are they building and what tools that they need?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me about 2023. What are you most excited about?
Just, growth. And I'm actually looking forward to a little bit more normal market. It was a little kind of Wild West last year.
Yep.
I don't enjoy delivering bad news to buyers agents that their offer didn't get accepted,
Right. Yeah.
But I think this year is going to be, it's going to be a strong market.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be a buyer's market. I think it's going to be a little bit more normal, but still almost on the seller side
Yeah,
because
it
of
is.
low inventory.
Right.
We're just not seeing the inventory that we need for buyer demand.
Yep.
So we're still going to see multiple offers, and it's really going to have to make these buyer agents write good offers, get the training that they need to be successful in 2023.
So you work really hard, put in a lot of hours, take care of your clients. What's the why behind that? Why do you do what you do?
Because I want referrals, and at the end of the day, it just makes me feel good when you're at the other end of the closing table and they're just so happy and they give you a great review and how I help them, achieve their goals.
Awesome.
So whether it be selling their house for retirement or first-time home buyer, it's something you don't get from other sales jobs.
Right. Yep. Awesome. Well, I want to thank Kim for sitting with us for a few minutes today, learning a little about your business. Kim, how can people get in touch with you if they wanted to reach out and network with you?
And you can reach me on my cell phone at 703-407-6384 or on social media at K Ramos Sells, or look me up on online, Kim Ramos, Keller Williams Realty, or Kim Ramos Properties.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.